Thomas, and I'm here with Team 13, and I'm an environmental design architecture student here at A&M.
Howdy, my name is Anush. I'm a graduate student in the Department of Construction Science.
Howdy, my name is Nipun Garog, and I'm also a graduate student in construction science.
Howdy, my name is Ashley Warnock. I'm a land development student, and I'm here today. Oh, and I'm from Katy, Texas.
Sorry.
So, when we started conceptualizing the idea of RIVERTREE Academy, we wanted to take into account the needs of the client. The client wishes for RIVERTREE Academy to be a 200-student private Christian boarding school located south of Fort Worth, Texas. And they wish to encourage their students to live well by following Jesus, thriving academically, and transforming their communities. Team 13 wishes to take in all of these ideas and design a campus that encourages connectivity among their students, their faith, and the natural environment. So you might be asking to yourself in this moment, why? Why RIVERTREE Academy? Why is this important? Well, it's important to note that all of the students coming from RIVERTREE Academy are going to be coming from Como. Como, being very small, is only about 4,300 residents, but about 42.5% of those residents live under the poverty line. And over half of the residents in Como have not even gotten a high school degree. So what we want to do with RIVERTREE Academy is to encourage and inspire everyone in Como to receive something like that.
Okay, I'll be talking about the design aspect of this whole project. And with our design, we wanted to create a community, and we wanted to create somewhere that's a destination for these students, not just a school, not just a house, but a destination that they want to come from the Tacoma district and come out to RIVERTREE. These first two diagrams you see here are farming and kind of our layout of what we want to do with the site and how we plan on putting all the farming, the livestock, the orchard within the housing, the school, and everything else. So our main access is our north and south access points. And we have 3 entrances to our site. We have one for people that are working on the site, working on the academy. We have one for people visiting, and we have one for people that are actually occupying the site. And so we did this because we wanted to create a safety feature with our site and with different access points. So for people that are coming into the market, they only have access to the market because those are outsiders. And then for the people that are actually going onto the site and living there and actually occupying it, they have their site, which is here on the east. And then for people that are working, will be up in the north where all the warehouses and stuff will be located. Moving on, when students and visitors first access our site, they will enter into our Welcome Center, which is now the existing clubhouse. At our Welcome Center, you have 3 bedrooms that we have designated for friends and family as they come visiting to our site. But in the initial phases of our school, those will be used for classrooms. And so once those phases of the school are complete, they can be turned into family housing for people visiting. After they check into their housing, or check into the Welcome Center, you see our big red barn outside of it, and that's going to be our dining facilities. And first off, when you pass through the Welcome Center, you see our pool and basketball court, and that's there so that we have an area, recreational area for the students to feel at home just as they would in a neighborhood back home. And they don't have to go all the way over to our school to go work out or play basketball or whatnot. So back to our barn. Our barn is used as the dining facility for all of our students to be able to eat at the same time with the faculty and staff living on campus. Within that, we have a culinary classroom and 2 other standard classrooms because we felt that it was very important for the students that are going to be learning about farming and what they're going to do with that food, what they're producing. And so what better way than have a culinary classroom actually teach them about food prep and about cooking. Moving back to our student housing, we have this U-shaped student housing that will hold 12 students. There's 6 bedrooms, there's 2 students in each bedroom. We felt that was adequate for the amount of the different age groups and stuff, because a lot of people, you don't want a bunch of people living with you. Within that, we have mixed the family housing. We felt it was important to have adults living close to the students so that they have easy access if somebody gets hurt or just more safety features. Okay, so after we wake up in the morning, go off to school, and it's really close to our barn and the student housing, so it's all within walking distance. Our school's shown down here at the bottom, and we have our gym, an auditorium, library, the typical things you would find in a school if you were living back home. We really want to emphasize that fact that we want to create somewhere that they are going to have back home, and they're not feeling like they're different than anyone else, but they're just living on the site together. Okay. And then our last main building that we have is the chapel. Our chapel was something that we really focused on to make it a destination and make it a journey to walk out to the chapel. So it is kind of isolated from the rest of the site, but the purpose is because we wanted to have that spiritual walk, and we want to be able to feel that you are going to a quiet and serene place. And so as you approach the front of our chapel, you will pass by the pond and enter through the front. And the front vestibule has a huge limestone rock wall that will diffuse some of that morning sunlight once the sun is coming in through the east. We want to be able to diffuse that light, but still have a very bright sanctuary once you pass through that vestibule. Passing through the vestibule, you'll look out and see our big glass wall that's where the pastor is giving their sermon. And beyond that, you see the beautiful orchard that we have set up back there. So it creates a very nice, serene place for people to learn, hear a sermon, and learn about God. And then our last two places that we have on the end there are just an idea to throw around, because we know that if we are going to be having livestock there, they need somewhere for those livestock. And then we also need somewhere for the market, so those are shown on the end.
So we are majorly concentrating on the integrated project delivery, which integrates the project with the design and construction expertise, enhancing the return on investment, minimizing the waste, and definitely increasing the value to owner.
Howdy, today we as members of Team 13 will be presenting the construction sequence of RIVERTREE Academy project located in Fort Worth, Texas. The project begins with layout of the site boundary, which is further followed by demarcating the construction zone along with entry and exits for the roads facilitating the construction activity on the site. The project is divided into 7 phases spanned over 10 years. The student housing has a total of area of 6,600 square feet and takes around 5 months to construct. A single unit costs around $460,000. The Red Barn has a total of area of 8,700 square feet and takes around 5 months to construct. A single unit costs around $1 million. The faculty housing has a total of area of 1,600 square feet and takes around 4 months to construct. A single unit costs around $140,000. The chapel has a total of area of 6,000 square feet and takes around 6 months.
Alright, so I'll be talking about the cost and the phasing, so if you can look at the sheets that I distributed at the beginning of the presentation. So the phase 1 takes around 315 days and costs around $1.85 million. Phase 2 takes around 114 days and takes around $2.3 million. And phase 3 and 4, which are approximately the similar phases, takes around 150 days and costs around $1.2 million. And phase 5 takes around 184 days and costs around $3.1 million. And phase 6 accommodates 267 days and costs around $3.1 million. And phase 7, the final phase, takes around $3.8 million and costs around $5 million.
So beginning in year 1, we will have 16 students on campus, and over the course of the next 10 years, that number will increase to 200. Likewise, with faculty, we'll start with 9 faculty and staff, and it will go up to 22 faculty and staff following the next 5 years. As for facilities management, your operating expense for each year is going to be about $1.5 million. And in terms of value creation, there's a lot of value that has been created in our design process. Health and education are the 2 most important parts to us. In terms of health, both the chapel and the recreational areas give you mental and physical health, and the education is, of course, always important too. Currently, the land is appraised at $2.39 million, and it's going to go up substantially once development is complete. Malachi's Farm, which is a very big part of our development, will incorporate environmental education as well as availability of organic materials. And finally, all of the facilities and buildings that we've created will work with all 5 of your senses, in particular smelling and tasting, because of the farm and because of the big red barn. Easements and floodplains are the 2 big constraints that we need to be aware of when we're designing. And so when you see our development, you'll see that all of our development is on Lot 1. And our labor is about $7 million, meaning that our total budget is $26 million, including the school as well as our farming facilities. So, in conclusion, our children are tomorrow and are our future. So we might as well start working towards that now.
Thank you.